Hey, Allison.
Hi.
Great to see you here at South by Southwest.
Thank you. You too. It's great to be here.
And so, as you're walking around, anything you see at South by that's getting you more excited?
Well, South by is such a cool conference because it's art, it's music, and now it's business and marketing.
Mhm.
So far, I'm the most excited for who has shown up at South by because there are some big names in business and marketing in particular who are here. And we were thrilled to see our two new Samsung Solve for Tomorrow brand ambassadors.
Yeah.
Mark Cuban and Emma Greed are both on the South by circuit. So when you can attract names like that to an event, you know South by is the place to be right now.
Oh, yeah, that's great. And I know you guys talk a lot about AI for all and AI living. Can you give a little bit about what that truly means for the consumer in a day-to-day?
AI for All is our platform that we've been actually building on since 2024, when that was the year that we announced our AI phones and the introduction of Galaxy AI. So what we mean by AI for All is Samsung is on a mission to make AI accessible, understandable, reachable for all of our consumers because we really truly believe that AI is the next frontier to add benefits to the day by day. Now, in 2026, the next evolution of the AI for All platform is now we're talking about AI living and how Samsung is your companion to AI living.
Mhm.
And what we mean by that is we are the products and the ecosystem that are
Mhm.
bringing these benefits to life. So this year, we're talking about how AI for living is coming to life in the care space, in the home entertainment space, in the home management space. And all of those areas are places where we have AI adding to your health and your family's health, all the way to this remote home management so that you know that your home is safe and fully optimized whether or not you are there.
Yeah, I love that. You know, in the 90s, Mark Weiser he wrote that great technology disappears. It sort of weaves itself into the fabric of society. How are you thinking about that as you're designing with all of these connected devices?
Love that mantra because this is the time where AI is now the new technology that is truly disappearing. So we want you to see and know your phone, your refrigerator, your TV is there's a reason that you are interacting with those. But now is the time where that connectivity between your devices, powered by AI, is delivering benefits that are just seamless and ambient. Little things like one of my favorite examples is how your washing machine can be programmed to run when the grid is at its lowest
Yeah.
or give you notifications to keep you updated so that you throw that load in and AI is making that load work better so that you don't have to think about it. You're not spending that time scrubbing out stains because you can trust that your washing machine is going to do a better job. And it is just fading into the backdrop of your home with this little notification, it's done, or it started in the middle of the night, so it's ready when you get up in the morning, because it is just making little things a little bit better.
I love that intentionality. Are there areas where you're thinking maybe we don't want to put AI in this particular situation?
I think we think about it more about the solutions that AI is delivering. So how, if we can make that North Star Samsung as your companion to AI living,
Hmm.
which means we're going to make life better.
Hmm.
And AI is the thing that's going to empower and enable that. Really, we're thinking about what are those little things that need to be better? How can we save you time, save
Hmm.
you energy, do all of this so that you can reapply that time to where you want to spend it? Because
Yeah.
that's everybody has their own individual interests and passions and personalities. And
Mm.
so Samsung wants to enable all of our consumers to do what they want with that extra time, because that's the bigger ethos of AI living.
It seems like I love the way you ended that with kind of personality and that customization. So I imagine the data and the information you're collecting allows you to provide some personalization and a lot of different capabilities. How are you thinking about that?
Absolutely. We are looking at data now as our biggest differentiator. So the products, the tech, that's all great. That's all important. But now we've reached an era where we can recognize you as an individual and your interests that are different from my interests. And Samsung is really fortunate. We have a huge database built on the fact that Samsung is in 76% of US homes And with over 400 million connected devices shipping a year, there's a lot of touch points to understand you better.
Mm-hmm.
So we're looking at how we can take this data to deliver better product experiences, better marketing stories, but then even just the littlest things to know you better.
Mm-hmm.
Because we like to say, if you're in the market for a full suite of back to school products to outfit your dorm room,
Mm-hmm.
you're not going to want to hear about my refrigerator right now. So all of this is about driving relevance and reaching you in the most appropriate way. And now we're taking the data and the understanding to like other little tiny improvements. When do you want to be reached? How do you want to be reached? Because we hope that our consumers are all feeling that we're seeing them as individuals too.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I think there's really something to be said about this leaving space for the individual to have an experience, a memorable experience. And whether it's, I've seen a lot about buying versus shopping, where buying is something you have to do and shopping is something you enjoy doing. When you think about how do you create a memorable experience as someone is interacting or engaging with your platform, your ecosystem, like how do you think about that? I know we were mentioning Ashley Furniture and some other interesting things that you're setting up. So.
Yeah, so we have a lot of what we think is good stuff going on. We're really proud of a lot of the work that we are doing because we have the data to unlock an insight. And then the role of the marketer is to bring that insight or address that tension and bring that solution to our consumers. So we've got a couple of things going on. One is we're really trying to take our marketing from texts and specs to this higher order benefit of save time, save energy, spend more time with your family, spend more time however you want. And then the other thing that you touched on, Ashley Furniture, we're really excited about our partnership there because I can show it to you and I can tell it to you. We're all very digital first. So of course we're going to spend a lot of time on optimizing for YouTube and all of the social platforms. But I don't want to forget the in real life experience. And I think there's real value in retail and going into a store. So the thing that we were looking to solve with our Ashley Furniture partnership is how do you see it, feel it, experience it in real life? So what we did was we are in 3 stores right now, but going to be expanding in 2026 is build fully connected rooms that deliver on a different experience. And so in the Ashley Furniture store, the flagship in Las Vegas, you can explore the connected home for the best home entertainment experience for game day, the best audio for that immersive, sit back and just have the best sound, whatever your choice is, action films, streaming music on your TV, all of it. And the idea was by building smart things into this set and demonstrating what connectivity looks like, you as a consumer would really understand, wow, I can do this at home and I know how to do this because I just touched the buttons myself while I was shopping for my TV and my couches.
Yeah. So we talked a lot about all of these devices being interconnected. So, with your scale, how do you think about sort of that flywheel or the ecosystem effect that you have going on?
We absolutely believe the more connectivity, the more you're going to unlock these benefits. So it is great that your individual appliance or your individual phone has AI and all of these powerful features built into it. But that time savings and that next level benefit is really going to be unlocked when they work together. So one of my other favorite examples, I have a lot of passion for appliances clearly, is our refrigerator. One of the top pain points in every family's house is meal planning. And so we think about how to solve these little problems in the day-to-day is like every single night dinner's coming around. What are you going to plan? Well, now the AI vision inside your bespoke refrigerator can tell you what ingredients you have, what that can be made into, and help you with that little bit of meal planning. But it really comes to the next level when you connect it to your phone and it's a shopping list and you know what you do and do not need, and just bring it all together or upload the recipe here on your device or on your oven where you can see a screen and on the stovetop and follow instructions right there. So all of those little things are just like tiny little benefits that can only be achieved when the devices are connecting together because the camera and the AI on one We'll get you far, but
Yeah.
together we'll get you farther.
Yeah, I love that. Although I wonder, is my refrigerator going to shame me when I need to clean it up? I don't.
We're not into appliance shaming, but we do. I think you're kind of tapping into the way we're thinking about the next front. Our global CEO has talked about how in the future we would love to eliminate chores and housework. And so if we think about the history of appliances, actually they were all founded to make things easier. The washing machine was to save you time so that you're not like manually washing every item. So we've come so far, but the philosophy remains, like, could you imagine a world without chores? Then you can put that time into what you're passionate about. And I know we've talked about whatever your passion is, we love it. You want to go run a marathon, you want to watch a Netflix marathon, Samsung's here to support it.
That was one of my favorite things we talked about earlier. And it dawns on me that you're really shifting towards more storytelling, and I guess chief storytelling officer, maybe. I mean, tell me a little bit about how you think about that shift.
I would love to be the chief storytelling officer. I think every CMO would love to, because that's such an important part of the marketing mix. We know a lot of things have changed. Every consumer is on their own journey. The path has never been less linear, and it's stories and content that are breaking through. So that was really important to us, knowing that you're on your own journey. And we talk about many things that are, is it a pinball machine? Like, what is everybody doing?
Yeah.
We want to inspire you with stories that make you feel seen and higher order values and just love for the brand. And last year in our Smart Things Meets AI home AI campaign, what we did was we took text and specs and features really to a higher level, whereby your Frame TV, which you know has always displayed amazing art, can now display a family photo that you actually cleaned up the background using AI to, take that little person out that you didn't want there, so that your family is front and center on the large screen in your living room.
So cool.
Because your family is art too. Or your washing machine can help you get out that door faster for a date after your dog sat on your date outfit and it needs to be rewashed again. Like, all of these little human insights we think are really special to drive connectivity to the brand that we love and we just want consumers to love.
Yeah, I think when we have these types of discussions and we get very excited about the art of the possible, there's also the responsible side. So how do you think about all of this data that you're collecting? Clearly it's useful, but how do you make people feel comfortable with you acting on that data?
That's really important too. So we use data for marketing purposes. So starting with that, the big data team sits within my marketing org, because all we want to do with your data is reach you more relevantly. So it is protected and encrypted on encryption and all the things. So our first responsibility with your information is to keep it safe. And then our second responsibility is to use it how you've given us permission to use it. So you have the ability to select anytime, deselect, opt out, opt in at any moment, because we're going to fully respect what your openness is to be engaged and to be used. So when we think about data, is really for more relevant connection and more relevant marketing purposes. And that's the philosophy that drives us. That is from a marketing perspective. Then there's the device itself. So the device also gives you, it is part of our openness ethos as well, the choice to, you want to store it on the device, you're open to cloud, you want a hybrid. There's so many levels of optionality for you to pick exactly how you want to be recognized. And we fully respect that, because that is up to also every single consumer and individual.
Yeah, that's great. It's nice to hear that responsibility side, because this clearly provides a lot of value. So looking ahead, you mentioned this era to reap awards. What does winning with AI look like for Samsung in 2026 and beyond?
So it's a really exciting time to be in marketing as well as be a consumer, because we're all seeing AI move and change so fast. So as a marketer, as a CMO, the way I've been thinking about this is, in 2025, AI was in an incredible place. But as organizations, we were still changing ourselves to get ready for it. And we know that AI is also improving at a pretty exponential rate.
Mm-hmm.
So in 25, we were putting the building blocks in place. And what we did was we were restructuring teams and hiring accordingly for this need of the future that we see coming of, the media tools are so advanced in AI. I think we're going to see some of the best benefits as marketers with understanding how to play for the media platforms better. So one of the things that we did was we created a media center of excellence, which exists to help us understand how all of our partner platforms in search and social, et cetera, are changing to keep us on top of it with this North Star of making all of our every paid media dollar more efficient and more effective. And so all of that was the 25 laying the building blocks. Now we're in 26. Now we're going to reap the rewards of real AI benefits to the business. So the media changes that have been put in place, we have seen a more than 20% improvement in ROAS.
Wow.
The research and the work that we've done in CRM has increased open rates and click-through rates because we know we're reaching you more relevantly. And Gen AI in content creation is every year and every probably month, week, day, improving so much that now we're really getting a handle on how we want to use that and establishing other processes and ways of working to make sure we are ready to give the content that the world is ready to consume and our consumers have the appetite for.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, I really appreciate the time today.
Thank you.
It was so
Me
good to
too.
chat.
It's so good to be here.
All right.